Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Wally, and I'm with the boy Jay, head lead.
What's up?
All right, so you guys, pretty much today we're just going to come with a quick video. So today we're going to announce between who won the regular season of 2024. I said 2024-2025 NFL regular season. And of course, we're going to talk a little bit of the NFL playoffs. And then from there, we're just going to throw in some channel announcement news. And then we're on our way out. So real quick, let's start this off. So Jay, how's it been, man?
It's been fun, man. Yourself, Wally?
Same as usual. Ain't nothing different.
That's what's up. Let's get into the games.
Yeah, sure. So as you guys can see right here, this is week 1. I didn't wrote everything down, but what I did do is just put whoever won whatever weeks for the amongst the later weeks. But of course, I'll finish this out later on. I didn't have enough time to do this, so yeah. And plus, if you end up seeing this video, yes, this will be out right when the games are actually starting right now. So it is what it is. But first week, which is 16 games in total. Of course, that week was led by Marcus for 13-3. And then me and you, Jay, we tied up, lining up right behind them by 1 game loss in difference. After week 2, another 16 game of a week. But this time around, this was like one of our more poorer weeks leading into like week 2. But I edged that out. Marcus edged with a 7-9, and you edged with a 6-10. And of course, from that overall tip, I lead the overall race with a 21-11, and then Marcus was right behind 20-12. You were 18-14 at that time. Leading up to week 3, which is another 16 game within the week. This time around, we have you leading 12-4. I had 9-7, and Marcus had 8-8. But for the overall points that were, the overall wins and losses, I was still up there. You were tied with me at 30-18. Marcus was trailing behind amongst 28-20 at this point. Going into week 4, another 16 games within the week. And this one, I led, of course, 13-3. Marcus was 12-4. You had a down season a down week of 6-10. Of course, I took the front, 43-21. Marcus was 40-24. You were 36-28. Leading up to week 5, which was a 14 game within the week. That was another poor week for us where we were literally low. I had 7-7. Marcus had 6-8. And of course, you tied with Marcus with 6-8. Total was 50-28. Marcus was 46-32. You were 42-36. Going to week 6, we have 14 games that week. And leading up to that, Marcus won with 13-1. I won 11. I went second. Well, technically tied with you. 11-3. But in total, 61-31 for me. Marcus was 59-33 for him. And you were 53-39. Going on to week 7. We got Marcus with 11-4. I tied with Marcus with 11-4. And of course, you were 9-6 that week. But overall, 72-35 for me. Marcus 70 for 37. You 62-45. Week 8, we come back to the 16 game of the week. And this one, I won 12-4. Marcus won 10-6. And of course, you tied with Marcus with 10-6. 84-39 for me. Marcus is 80-43, and UJ is 72-51. Coming to week 9 with 15 games, we have Marcus 11-4, me 9-6, and UJ with 8-7. And then, of course, I had the overall total of 93-45. Marcus had 91-47. You had 80-58. And this was pretty much the half year right now as far as where we were at, as far as the overall 18 weeks. And so far, I was leading in the race with Marcus right behind me by 2 downward spiral losses, and of course you leading behind Marcus by 11 and by 11 losses. Well, 11 non-wins, quote unquote, right? Just looking from that point. So you was behind on that. Week 10, we got 14 games, and this one, it was me at 10-4, Marcus 9-5, and you 8-6. So 103 for me, over 90. 49. 100 over 52, and then of course for you is 88-64. Week 11 was 14 games that week, and of course me and Jay tied for 10-4. Marcus was 9-5. I was 11-13-53. Marcus was 109-57. Jay was 98-68. Week 13 comes in, and this is where pretty much I did not get the chance to finish everything. But we had a 13-game win. We had a 13 game this one. Marcus was 10-3. Jay was 10-3, so they both tied. I was on the low end with 8-5. But overall, I had 121 over 58. Marcus had 119 over 60. Jay had 108 over 71. Then we went to week 13, and this is where your boy Jay just start clapping people, because week 13 he came in here with 16 games and he cleared the whole bracket. Literally cleared the whole bracket over here. So got to give it to him on that one for sure.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, clear the whole bracket. I mean, you're the only one of us that cleared the whole bracket. Like, I think Marcus had like a couple of close wins where he could have cleared, but he just didn't get it over. But from there, I was 13-3. Marcus was 11-5. But from, of course, the overall total, I was 134-61. Marcus was 130 over 65. And Jay slowly but truly creeping up on Marcus with 124-71 with this whole clearing of the week. And then week 14 with 13 games, Jay again wins the week with 12-1. He almost cleared again. I was 10-3. Marcus was 8-5. Slowly and truly, again, closing the distance, with Marcus. But I was 144 over 64. Marcus was 138 over 70. Jay was 136 over 72. Week 15, as you guys can see, we have Marcus taking the lead back with 14 wins, 2 losses. Jay with 12-5. I had 12-4, and I had 11-5. I was still in the lead by 155-69. Marcus 152-72. Jay 148-76. Week 16, which is another 16-game week. I had 12 wins, 4 losses. Marcus had 11 wins, 5 losses. Jay had 10 wins, 6 losses. In total of 167-73. Marcus 163-77. And Jay 158-82. Week 17, we come where Jay takes the lead again. Almost had another clear with 14 wins, 2 losses. I had 13-3. Marcus had 11-5. So I have 108 over 76. Marcus has 174 over 82, and Jay has 172 over 84. And last but not least, the last week of this year, Marcus clears this week with 11-5, Jay 9-7, and me, of course, tying with Jay with 9-7. But as you guys can see on the overall total, I won this year's NFL regular season. So you got to give it to your boy. I came to show out, and I dominated. Sure, I didn't clear or almost cleared in any weeks, but I damn sure made sure I was winning in most cases or had a decent uphill battle win. So that's what it is. But I'll say one thing for sure, Jay. At least you didn't get left in the dust, and you made a great comeback towards the end of the season, and you were close to taking Marcus out. That's one thing for sure. Lucky enough, Marcus made sure he kept his composure and got some wins in before he started declining. But hey, this was a good season, man. This was a good season between us as far as just picking votes, just picking picks. But yeah,
picking teams and wins and what team would go where. So yeah, it was really a surprise. The biggest turnaround really at Rams. I'm gonna keep it real. The Rams and what team was it? The Rams went up against somebody. I think it was the Bills or something. Yeah. everybody, we all had the Bills and we all lost that one. I think that would have been a changing factor. At least the one, but not a whole thing. If you got someone in Wally, he won the NFL season. Now it's understand the basketball season turns out. Of who's gonna pick who for that. So looking forward to that.
Well, I don't know. We're gonna cover all that. I mean, we'll probably cover games here and there, but that's gonna be a lot of games. I don't
No
even
playoff. We'll mostly do playoff ones. Once we know who
I guess so.
And then we can start making our votes for that. That's a lot easier.
I guess. Yeah. But real quick though, let me put this on the screen. So let's talk real quick about like where the NFL season is right now. Okay, so that's LIX. I thought it was okay. I'm gonna have to change that later. I thought that was something else. Okay, see, that's what I get. That's LIX. Okay. But okay, let me hit that. I just gotta change that real quick. Cool with that. I'll change that later on the playlist. But AJ, so let's talk about it, right? So let's start off with Vikings and Rams. How do you feel about Vikings and Rams right now in the playoffs? What do you think got that? Or just talk in general how you feel about either team and how they can win?
I mean, that's a great matchup. And it's a hard one because I think the Rams could like still a victory. Like, because what they did with the whole Bills and things, I never thought they'd be able to freaking do that. I think they could pull like a surprise win from other ones. But if we're going off the team that's been consistent the most this year, I gotta give it to the Vikings. But that's a tough out for any team because they're both 4-5, which is crazy. They're really close. Right. Even though I would give the slight edge to the Vikings, but I think what helps the Rams is their ability to sneak and really like their defense is good. I don't think it's trash. I'll never say that about that. And I think if their defense does well, they can win. But if the Vikings overpower them with freaking just great offense, then it's gonna be a short game. I say short, but it'll be rather over quickly. So, it's so hard to pick that one. This is why I love the playoffs, y'all. But there's some teams that are better than others. So, yikes. Give me Thor's people, the Vikings. And guys, let me say this off for it so you can hear me. I would not be surprised if the Rams won. I'm not surprised. So I give it to the Vikings.
Yeah. Well,
what's next?
So for me, real quick, right? I ain't gonna lie right now. The last piece of performance that the Vikings have pulled off or did is a little bit tough for me to even see them even make it. Like, again, I believe that they have enough to overpass Rams? Yeah. But on a good day, Rams might be able to overthrow Vikings and send them home. All I know is I said this once, I say it again. I think the Vikings, let me say that again. The Vikings will pass the Rams, but I think one thing's for sure is they will lose against the Lions, and that's pretty much it. I think that's how far they go. It's going to be just like last year. The only difference is you have a different quarterback, but that's it. Because these last few games, they just couldn't hold up. The first time they met with each other, as far as lines-wise, it was a close game. They were the top team. They were undefeated. But now it's like the second time they face them, now the Lions make sure this is definitive, like we're the better team. And, that's pretty sad. So I don't know. But right now, as far as for Vikings versus Rams, I got Vikes right now. And then by the time they go face the Lions, they're going to lose against the Lions, which means the Lions will go for the final two, in my opinion. But, Jay, what about the Commanders and the Buccaneers? What's your thoughts?
That's a tough game as well. Honestly, I like the Bucs, and I'm liking how good the Commanders have turned around this year. I gotta go with the Bucs, man. I'm a Pirate, but like I said, I won't be surprised if, like I said, the two teams that I'm most surprised about on this list that I'm surprised that'll make a combined victory are the Rams and the freaking Commanders. I want to let y'all know that right now. Because the Commanders have been surprised to get this is the first time in a long time they've been in the playoffs.
Right.
So I'm gonna go with the Pirates on this. Fucking years. Hey, bro. And by the way, guys, I used to live there three years ago. So by the way, so I was kind of happy that they did win the freaking playoffs with not playoffs, the Super Bowl with. I said playoffs. I'm sorry. They did win they did win the football playoffs, as you said, and then they won the Super Bowl with Tom Brady the first year. So I like for them to get a victory again. I mean, if that'd be cool, but there's gonna be a dogfight for them.
Right. So,
and also for the Commanders as well.
Right. So look, I mean, this is definitely interesting. Between the Commanders and the Bucks is very interesting because, funny enough, when they met each other in the regular season, and this was pretty early. This was like literally, I think it's their first game with each other, the very first week. You know, the Bucks pretty much handled them easy. I mean, granted, you know, Daniels was a rookie, and he was still trying to find his ways, but he had some very much good visuals. He just couldn't get the ball in the end zone at that time. But one thing that I will sit here and say is this team right now, like where these two teams are at, this is definitely going to be different than the first time they met because now it's a teeter-totter, right? Commanders can definitely come in here and win and take this by storm. And the young rookie, you know, takes one step forward in trying to get to the playoffs, overall to the finals. But, you know, one thing about Bucks, though, especially under, you know, Baker, you know, they call him the comeback kid. And every single time, you see Baker in these playoffs now, especially these wild cards, you give him the opportunity to get in. Trust me, he's going to do some things. He might do some things that might shock you and be like, yeah, we're going to come in here and do some things that are just messed up. And, boy, every single time I see it, it's like ever since last time to now this time, it's like they've been on an up and down here spiral. And, you know, that's part of, you know, injuries and stuff like that and just being a little gas here and there. But one of the things for sure is no matter what, it doesn't matter if it's his top receiver or his next best receiver, he's still going to make plays happen. Right? And I think in most cases, we all know how this is going to go down. Right? It's going to depend on defense and how they control the game overall and then how, you know, offense responds in response to their team's defense. So that's one thing for sure. Honestly, I can go either way with these teams. I really don't have a real pick right here. I truly don't. I'm really happy for any one of these teams to win because ever since Dan Quinn, I know a lot of people were questioning Dan Quinn if he's going to even be a good head coach for the Commanders, and technically he is. And we know this for sure because guess what? Ever since Dan Quinn left the Cowboys been looking like straight shit on defense. They couldn't help themselves no way, no how. That's what happens when you should have kept your mans and made sure you paid him. But hey, at the end of the day, I've noticed the big difference. We always wonder what happened to the Cowboys. Yep. Dan Quinn was what happened to the Cowboys. He left, he took his game plans, and y'all hired somebody else, and they defense looked like ass because the defense on the Cowboys were saving the Cowboys to give them more chance to be saucy, and they didn't have that this year, and that's why they tanked like crap. So for all you Cowboy fans that wonder why the hell y'all were losing like shit or looking like shit, there it is right there. Blame you-know-who for that one. Literally, blame him for you-know-who for that one. But like I said, I really don't have a win. I don't really have a win or lose here. It's like any one of these teams can win for me, honestly, and I'll be happy. So both of these teams are good. Both of the teams are good. But moving on to Packers and the Eagles, who you got? Yeah.
Oh, really easy, bro. Eagles. Fly like an eagle. That should be a stomp.
I'm not going for the Eagles. I'm actually going for the Packers.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm going for the Packers in this case is I don't believe Jalen Hurts is okay. I don't think so. He's truly ready to come back from his concussion protocol, but we'll see and find out for sure. We'll see and find out. But one thing for sure is.
Let me ask you, did they can win without him?
Oh, hell no. The only way for them to win, like truly win, defense got to lock down big time, and Saquon is going to have to run so much yards. It'll be the most craziest game of his whole career. And that is not going to be possible. Because, I mean, granted, now I will say this, right? I don't believe in Kenny Pickett, but the other quarterback that they have, that Tanner dude, I think Tanner could be nice.
Oh, yeah.
And he may be the saving grace if something were to happen to Jalen Hurts. But I think he's good. Keyword, I think.
Okay.
Granted, that last week, that was the first time playing, but he looked pretty good in the first game. So I could see something. But Kenny Pickett, I don't see nothing coming out of him. He's just very niche based. Honestly, in my opinion, if I'm the Eagles and I saw what I saw in Tanner and I saw what I'm seeing in Kenny Pickett, I'm gonna kick off Kenny Pickett and I'm gonna keep Tanner. He's my new backup guy. That's just the real truth. But right now, for what it is, I like I said, I don't know. But right now, I'm gonna go with the Packers just because of skepticism. I don't truly believe in the Eagles right now. They have to prove it to me, and we'll see what happens. But that's what I'm going with right now. But let's go to the AFC side, and I'm going to start this side off. So, between the Chargers and the Houston Texans, well, Jay, you said that the Eagles versus the Packer game, Eagles should be a stomp game between them two. I'm going to say that the stomp game on the AFC side, it should be the Chargers versus the Houston Texans, and Chargers going to stomp the shit out of the Texans. The Texans have been banged up towards the last end of the weeks. And I don't think so. They have enough guys and even enough talent on the back end to really be competitive in this game. I see the Chargers beating the daylights out of Houston Texans and moving forward and going to go face the Chiefs. Who do you got? You really got to think about this, don't you?
Yeah, you do. You do. Rain check that one. We'll come back to that one, guys.
You want to rain check that? All right.
See, the second one is harder, and I'm gonna say this: everything on this side is more difficult compared to the other one. And the reason why, dude, it's just Steelers versus the Ravens. That's a hard fight. I don't know.
I mean, if you have been watching the games, that's not really that hard for me, honestly.
But the Ravens doing the playoffs, they magically turn the.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, I can call each of these games right now. Like I said, Chargers versus Houston, I'm going with Chargers. Steelers versus the Ravens. I honestly look, I like Steelers, but personally, right now, where they at, until they show me something, I got Ravens in this game. And then the Bills versus the Broncos. Honestly, this is gonna be the tough game right here on this side. This is gonna be the tough game right here. Who?
I got the Buffalo Bills. That one. Josh Allen just needs to freaking.
But for me, honestly, I can see this go either which way for me in this game. I can truly see this go either way. And the only reason why is it all depends on how how strongly good these guys can play on defense. Because I've seen where Allen, if he literally gets locked up, they could make a run. They can make a run case. And the reason why I say this is because look at what the Rams did to them. They locked them up pretty good, and they were able to go over them. So, I mean, even though they came back eventually, so don't get me wrong. But my thing is, if they could hold them off long enough, this could be a decent game. So this is really the best game right here in the week overall on the AFC side. This is pretty much the most strongest one right here. As far as the AFC games, Broncos versus Bills is the strongest game that I want to watch out for. Like that's the watch game right there. On the NFC side, honestly, you can really watch all these games, really. I ain't gonna lie about it. But like I said, it's all pretty much the frame of mind with Steelers right now for me, which is gonna tell if this is gonna be good or not. But like I said, me on the NFC side, I got Chargers, I got Ravens. This one, as far as Denver and Buffalo, that can go either way in my mind. That's how I see it.
Yeah, so I got Texans.
You going with Texans?
Texans in general. Yeah. I like either teams personally, but you're asking me who's be good. Just Steelers and Ravens is hard. I felt like the Steelers could do an upset as well, even from what we've seen. But go with the Baltimore Ravens.
All right. So if let's think about this, right? So for me, I got Chargers moving up, but you say you got Texans moving up. If either Chargers or Texans were to move up, do you think they have a chance against the Chiefs?
No.
All right. So we both pretty much agree on the Ravens, and then I say either or on the Denver Broncos or the Bills. So pretty much, let's just say the Bills because that's pretty much most people will vote for. So when you look at these two teams, right? I'll say this. Let's look at it: Ravens versus Bills. Who do you got if it's them two? Because of course, everyone will always like to make this storyline between Lamar and then Josh Allen, and then Lamar and then Patrick Mahomes. People like to keep on sitting here saying, "Oh yeah, he can be good against them in regular season, but when it comes to the playoff, he ain't ish against them boys." How do you feel about Lamar facing Josh Allen, and then if he gets through Josh Allen, how do you feel about him facing Patrick Mahomes?
The guy from Denver, I think it'll be a child trying to kick a grown man's ass, and Patrick Mahomes is a grown ass man, and I don't think he'll get past him. Josh Allen has a better chance, but the difference is we've seen this before. But here's the thing, Wally, and I know you agree with me. At least Josh Allen against Patrick Mahomes, at least he'll put up a fight. But Mahomes is more talented, and that's what helps his case. So it's going to be a tough out for any team, but to be the Chiefs would have to be like a huge ass upset. Like to me, if they upset the Chiefs, then I got them winning.
So this is my thing, right? And I know a lot of people will probably come in the comments and they'll rave Chiefs all day and they'll be like, "You're a fool for voting against him, for voting against the Chiefs." Look here, let me read my lips. When you got people out there showing y'all evidence how y'all boys out here been getting clean ass motherfucking, safeties by these motherfucking referees, boy, it goes to show you people out here, they see between the lines. But of course, you'll just say it's just hate. Well, guess what? Y'all hated so the so-called GOAT of the NFL, aka Tom Brady. But guess what? Most of y'all were most likely telling him he was a cheater too. I don't want to hear that shit either. But my thing is this, though.
It's true. They do that.
Well, yeah. But my thing is, this is my thing, right? I truly do believe Lamar can beat these guys. The problem is, though, Lamar. Every single time I hear these arguments about Lamar can't beat these guys, y'all fail to understand. Is Lamar can't beat these guys, or the Ravens can't beat the Bills and the Chiefs? Because as quarterbacks, Lamar has always been better than both of these two quarterbacks put them both neck and neck. They've been better. Josh Allen versus Lamar Jackson, who got the better stats? Lamar does. If you put down Lamar versus Patrick Mahomes, I guarantee you probably see that Lamar probably better this year and probably even last year, maybe, give or take. I don't know. But again, so I don't really doubt Lamar. But what I do doubt is the team altogether, because the team wins, not just that one player. Especially when that one player is only on one side of the field every single time. So that's one thing for sure. So I hate these little whack-ass narratives that y'all trying to pin and pull. Get the freak out of here. Miss me with that. But my thing is this, though. As far as Ravens as a whole team, can they beat these teams? Yes, if they have their shit together. But the problem is, one thing that's going to be in question is defense. Could they hold them? Because defense has not been their strong suit since they allowed certain key players to walk away and pretty much walk to the other teams and walk to other teams and organizations, which was foolish by them. And, pretty much their defense has been shown of that they haven't been as good as they should be, quote unquote. But yeah, but that's gonna be my main thing right there. And of course, a lot of people are gonna flame Lamar because they're gonna say he's gonna be MVP again, but you're MVP again and you're still losing against these quarterbacks. Whatever. Sell y'all narrative, bite the narratives. The media likes to sell y'all punks. I don't care. But at the end of the damn day, look, at the end of the day, can the Ravens pull it off? If they really want it. If they really want it, they can pull it off. But time will tell. But like I said, I really don't see no difference. It's like either which one. We'll let the best man win. Let's see who goes forward. And if I'm looking on the NFC side, as far as the same thing, like I said before, if the Vikings make it to the Lions, or neither even the Rams, I think Lions are gonna take that over. If Commanders or Bucks make it, now this is going to be one thing that's going to be a questionary because, of course, who do you pick off the Packers or the Eagles? And that's just really up in the air. So it's pick and choose. I think if the Eagles make it and the Eagles look very convincing that they are there to play ball, then there's a possibility the Commanders or the Bucks may not make it past the second round. And they just stop right there. And then the Eagles make it to the finals facing off the Lions. But if that all plays out the way it does, who do you got in Lions versus Eagles, Jay?
Give me 1 second. Versus Eagles? Hey man, I undecided on that for me, man.
I mean, you don't gotta really pick. I mean, if you can see either way, you can just say it like that, or neither.
I can see either one of these teams winning. Honestly, but I think it'll keep it real. It's gonna be a fight for the Eagles. Let's keep it real. Because I think, like I said, Jalen, yeah, that plays a big factor because that needs to happen so he can be they can be the team they need to be so they can beat them. But Detroit ain't no bitch, and not at all. I think they're legit contenders, 100%. But I can't say who will win that on. I really can't. Honestly, I can see Lions winning all the way, or I can see the Eagles winning. But that's really it, though. So undecided on the other end. Either team can win.
All right,
sorry, guys, I can't give you definite on that.
For me, I mean, look, I already know people have already been selling narratives and selling like who they already see coming in here before the season even begin. And a lot of people are selling Lions and Chiefs are gonna go into the finals. Literally before the season even begin, they were already selling Lions and Chiefs. And I got something to say. Hey, if that happens, just know this. Let that happen. Let that happen. I'm definitely telling you, there's a script out here for sure. I am so into the script because you guys there ain't no way in hell. There ain't no way. Now, granted, I guess most people maybe quote unquote pick this based upon rosters, but even then, dog, there's just no way, bro. Not even a chance. If y'all can guess that. But look, again, I'm not gonna lie. Regardless, whoever, Commanders, Bucks, I mean, Bucks will probably be the most interesting pick to come out because Lions did face the Bucks, and the Bucks did beat them. So that's like one get back for the Lions if they get that chance. But other than that, it's like every other option is like I think the Lions already faced these teams, or they neither didn't face these teams, and it's one of those unique opportunities that you can face amongst one of them. But I mean, it really don't matter to me. All I know is, look, I say it like this. I won't be surprised if it's Lions right now versus Chiefs. Just based on how everything's all looking right now, I won't be surprised. And if it happens, just let me know there's one thing. I'm not really caring who wins. Y'all can have it.
Same here.
Y'all can have it. I don't care who wins. But that's just going to be my little bottom line. That's
all we want is a really good. Listen, all we want is a really good game. I know Walsey doesn't care, but like just give us a good game and I'll love it.
No, because I'm not just gonna worry about it. It's like, hey, look, it's like
no. It's not about worrying about it. It's about like, do you enjoy the game at least?
Oh yeah, no. What I'm saying, but like, what I'm saying is this: like, it's pretty much the ultimate story of this one team can win now for the first time in a long time, or it's the three-peat first time ever in century. It's the first time ever in forever amongst these two teams. And it's happening. If I'm not mistaken, it's this. I forgot what state it's happening in, but it would just be crazy amongst whoever gets the Super Bowl. And then it's like you got the three-peat, and then you got the team that never won one, or they haven't won one in a long time. It's like, all right, this could be interesting. But hey, look, it is what it is. But last but not least, before we get out of here, let's get on to channel announcements. So today, look. So me and the team, as far as me, Jay and Marcus, we've been talking about changing the name as far as the channel name because of just like pretty much Marcus just had he didn't originally like the name that was already titled at the time, so he thought it would be something more interesting if we changed the name overall. So what overall sense is, because we were constantly going back and forth trying to pick a name. So our final name to the channel that we will be changing it to from here on out will be Z, and well, no, not Z. I'm so off. TMG. Oh my goodness. Takashi Media Group. That's what's gonna be. Yeah, that's what's gonna be.
Because TMZ, you know what TMZ is known for. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah. Right. That's why I was like, it's off.
Or TMZ.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bad reputation.
No, but we are TMG, Takashi Media Group. That's what we will be called for here on out. TMG. So just look out for the name change and everything else that goes on with the channel and all that.
Yeah,
so
Takashi Media Group.
So yeah. But other than that, that's pretty much it, you guys. Thanks for tuning on in. Also, thank you guys for watching on the channel as much as you can, because you're helping us out grow it over here, and we are growing out here. We just, of course, but we got to be consistent on our end to keep pushing out videos so you guys can keep on watching. So with that said, and also since football's slowly working out, we'll be transferring a little bit to like NFL stuff. I mean, not NFL, NBA, man. NBA. Lord, I can't talk today. But we're going to translate ourselves to NBA games and, some other things out there. There's a lot of like different things to talk about as far as like news and all that stuff, and just interesting conversation. Also, we recently did an interview like weeks or months back with someone. So we'll be posting that video over here soon enough, and we'll be dropping it on the channel. So stay tuned for all those different videos that we haven't posted out yet, and stay tuned. We'll be here waiting for you. Peace out, guys. Much love. I cannot talk today. I'm so off, but peace out.
Same here. Peace out.